Hello everybody, I'm your brother 9, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Fire Red. In the last episode, we traveled through Mount Moon, and we fought a couple members of Team Rocket, which was cool. This is the first time seeing them. They're a evil team that's trying to do some evil things. If you know anything about Pokemon, you know Team Rocket. We encountered a couple of Pokemon, and then we got to Route 4, and we went through the rest of Route 4. I guess it's the second half of Route 4, because Mount Moon's kind of the middle. And I went back into Mount Moon, and I caught all the other Pokemon in Mount Moon, and I fought all the other trainers. Interesting thing that has happened is James Pond is now level 24, and he has a new move, because I realized that none of the other team members that I have that I'm choosing for my team later in the game, the other 5 team members that will become part of the team, are ever going to need Mega Punch or Mega Kick. So I decided to give James Pond Mega Punch in favor of Tackle. It has 80 power, which is fantastic, but it has 85 accuracy, which isn't as great, but that's okay. Any other case where I would use Tackle, I'd probably just use Bite. So Mega Punch is just there to be a stronger tackle for special situations. Now, one thing that I kind of mistakenly did last episode was I forgot to talk about 2 Pokemon, and I'm going to talk about those right now. First off, we have Magikarp. Remember, there was that guy back there that was in that PC right before Mount Moon that wanted to give us a Magikarp for 500 Pokédollars, and I said, I'll save that for another episode. I'll save it for next episode, and last episode I was like, we're going to talk about it, and I didn't because I forgot to. We're going to talk about it right now. Magikarp is one of the weakest Pokemon in the game. It has horrible stats, and it's not even saved by its 80 speed, which actually doubles in rain thanks to Swim. It is a horrible Pokemon. It is incredibly weak. However, Evolution is your savior. It evolves into Gyarados, and it becomes fantastic. It gets a decent typing, I guess. Being 4 times weak to Electric isn't the greatest. However, it has fantastic attack. Look at that great attack it has. And it has respectable defenses, and it even gets 1 extra point in speed. That's right, count it. 1 little extra point. It has a great ability in Intimidate, and a decent move pool. It really is only held back by that 4 times weak to Electric. Now, an interesting thing about Gyarados is back in Generation 1, when Special Attack and Special Defense were the exact same thing, well, that meant that Gyarados had 100 Special Attack, so it was good for attacking both physically and specially, which made it a pretty good user of the move Thunderbolt, which is kind of ironic if you think about it. Now the other Pokemon, which is kind of ridiculous that I didn't talk about it, because it's the Pokemon that you can only find in Mount Moon. It's the Pokemon that's known for being in Mount Moon. It is Clefairy. Clefairy has average stats. It's got decent defenses, and it's got okay special attack. It does have a wide mood pool, being, you know, normal type, and it has a ton of different set options, but it's still not great. It's, along with Jigglypuff, overshadowed by other Pokemon with better stats. They're way better normal Pokemon later on. It does get Metronome, which is pretty cool. I like Metronome. That's one of my favorite moves in the game. And it is better. It's a lot better now in the current generation, which Gen 6 or whatever, but it's not that great. It's better than Wigglytuff, but it's still not that great. And it's the last Pokemon that can get evolved by a Moonstone. There were 4 Pokemon, and that is all of them. Now, there are actually 2 other Pokemon that I want to talk about that are bios, which are going to be here in Route 4. I will jump down past the point of no return, and we will hopefully find the other 2 Pokemon. These next 2 Pokemon are kind of interesting, really. The first of them is Sandshrew. Sandshrew has great attack, and it has a ton of defense as well. But it gets completely outclassed by other ground Pokemon, and it doesn't really stand out. It's a pretty good choice, and it's a lot better than the other choice on this route, which is Ekans, who's appearing right here. I'm going to try and catch this Ekans. Ekans is a poison type with okay attack. It doesn't really have anything good about it, honestly. Ekans is just a downright horrible Pokemon. Okay, I can't say horrible, but it's really not that good. There are way better poison types for both attacking and defense and speed. Ekans just gets outclassed in every situation. And that's really all there is to say about the new Pokemon on this route, except for one thing that is interesting, that is new, and that is the fact that Ekans and Sandshrew are our first encounter, our first example of version-exclusive Pokemon. Ekans, a very common sight in grassland, etc., it flicks its tongue in and out to sense danger in its surroundings. So, if you are playing Fire Red, you can only get Ekans and Arbok. You cannot find Sandshrew and Sandslash on this route, which is kind of weird. It's okay. I don't understand why they did Sandshrew and Ekans, but the reason they do is because they want to encourage, that whole trading thing that we've talked about a couple times. But that means that we can't get Sandshrew unless we trade, and we'll have to do that eventually, sometime along the line. But we will eventually trade to get Sandshrew. I'm actually going to think about how I want to do that between episodes. I'm probably just going to make another game and trade or something ridiculous. However, that means that in order to get those Pokemon, there are Pokemon that we're going to have to trade to get, and the first of them is going to be Sandshrew, and if you're playing Leaf Green, then I guess it's Ekans. And we will do that, but for now, we're not even going to worry about that. So for me, all that means is my only new encounter was the Ekans on this route. Otherwise, we have all the Pokemon that we can get up to this point, so let's head out of Route 4 into Cerulean City, which is one of my favorite cities. You're making an encyclopedia on Pokemon? That sounds amusing. It is an encyclopedia, I guess, actually. And the first thing we're going to do when we get here into a new town is go to the Pokemon Center. As always, we'll heal our Pokemon. And I'm going to show you guys that I did catch those other Pokemon that I mentioned saying that I caught. I'll go to my PC in a second. You can see them with their glorious names. I'm sure they're pretty fantastic. Oh man, let's check it out. Who do we have here? Our new Pokemon is Swoobat. We have Colossus, Cladark, Guppy, Cabaneri, who has a tiny mushroom. Nice, I will bag that. I have to go to the things. And then Snake. Now you'll notice I have a second Nidoran male right here. The reason I'm doing this, if you remember way back on the Route 3, which wasn't actually way back, I think like 2 episodes ago, we were trying to catch a Nidoran male and a Nidoran female. However, Nidoran female is really rare in Fire Red, and I spent like an hour trying to catch it. However, I decided instead of trying to spend more time catching it between episodes, like I went to catch that Jigglypuff, I decided that I would catch another Nidoran male because later on, not too far down the line, there's going to be a trainer that wants to do a trade with us because there are in-game trades that will trade a Nidoran female for a Nidoran male in Fire Red. If you're playing Leaf Green, it will trade a Nidoran male for a Nidoran female. Whichever one is the rarer in your version is the one that it will trade, which is pretty nice, honestly, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Have I heard about Bill? Everyone calls him a Pokemaniac. I think people are just jealous of Bill, though. Who wouldn't want to boast about their Pokemon? I know exactly what you mean. I love boasting about all my Pokemon because they're fantastic. Oh man, here we are. And there's a gym here. You're a trainer too, collecting, battling. It's a tough life, isn't it? It is a tough life. Can we go into the gym? We can. Do I want to go to the gym yet? No, I don't actually. The gym is not something that I want to do right now. We will tackle the gym pretty soon. However, I think I'm going to explore this this place a little more. What do we got? I want a bright red bicycle. I'll keep it at home so it won't get dirty. We have a bicycle shop. Let's head in here. I want a bicycle. Plain City Bike is good enough for me. After all, you can't put a shopping basket on a mountain bike. You can't? Why not? These bikes are cool, but they're way expensive. Why can't you put a shopping basket? I have a shopping basket on my mountain bike. What are you talking about? Hi, welcome to our bike shop. Have we got just the bike for you? Bicycle, 1 million Poké Dollars. Yeah, we can buy that. I can't afford it. I have 72 Poké Dollars because I spent all my money on Pokeballs trying to catch all those Pokemon in Mount Moon, which is fine because that's what I care about. What do you have to say? Slowbro, punch! No, you blew it again. Yo, go have that bro teach you Mega Punch, and then you'll be good. You can break down that tree, I guess, if you want with your punching. Too much time, too little to do. There's nothing entertaining happening anywhere. There's entertaining things. There's Pokemon on TV. It looks like it's having fun. Do you not find TV entertaining? And why are you watching it? Get out! Go catch your own Pokemon, old man! Go have your adventure at your ripe young age of 22. Hello there, do you happen to have a Poliwhirl? Would you agree to trade for a Jynx? If you have a Poliwhirl, you can trade for a Jynx. This is our first instance of a in-game trade, or an in-game trade. However, this is not an in-game trade that you are going to be able to do for quite a while, so it's not really our first in-game trade that I'm going to be talking about. I'm not going to talk about Jynx. My husband likes trading Pokemon. You're collecting Pokemon for your Pokedex, aren't you? Would you please trade with him? I will trade with him. It'll just be a little bit down the line. What else do we have here in Cerulean City? We have this man. How's it going? Only skilled trainers can collect Pokemon badges. I see you have at least one. Those badges have amazing secrets, did you know? Now then, which of the 8 badges should I describe? Talk to me about the Boulder badge, because it's the only one I have. The attack stat of all your Pokemon increases a little bit. This is something I've not talked about yet, but each of the badges do a little extra stuff, which is what this guy will tell you. So let's use the move Flash outside of battle, and you can talk to him about like the Cascade badge. Pokemon to level 30, who's outsiders, Pokemon with higher levels will be unruly in battle. Let's use Cut. So what he's talking about there is actually if your Pokemon are too high leveled and you don't have enough badges, you don't have enough badges to train them. They kind of showed this in the anime with Ash and his Charizard being apparently too high leveled for Ash. Wouldn't listen to him because he's like, you're not good enough for me, you don't have enough badges. And we're kind of getting close to that point. Because James Pond is level 24, however, I think we'll be okay, no worries. The people here were robbed. It's obvious that Team Rocket is behind this most heinous crime. Even our police force has trouble with the Rockets. Oh, I can take them down. I totally got you, yo. I've had many a Team Rocket come into my battle, and they have not left it with all of their Pokemon not fainted. That was a great sentence. We're gonna head up this way. Yo, Dallas! Oh man, it's Gary! You're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great. I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me see what you caught, Dallas. We have another fight with our rival. Here we go. It's Gary, guys. Rival Gary would like to battle. He sent out Pidgeotto. His Pidgey has now evolved into Pidgeotto, and it's kind of terrifying. It has like that sand attack, and I think it's got some quick attacks and stuff. It can be a terrifying Pokemon if you let it start setting up some sand attacks. However, we're not going to let it do so. We're going to go in with that water gun, which did not do nearly as much as I was hoping for the water gun to do. We're going to follow up with a Mega Punch. Do I miss? I don't miss. Ooh, look at that Mega Punch animation and the crits. James Pond coming through. I don't think the Mega Punch would have taken it out if it wasn't a crit. That's fantastic. Way to go. Oh, he's sending the Bulbasaur out? You know what that means, right? I don't know why I'm going to my bag. We're going to catch his Bulbasaur. I do need a Bulbasaur for my team. I need to trade a Bulbasaur into here to get Bulbasaur, or not my team, for my Pokedex. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to switch to Pidgeotto. He's going to use Vine Whip. Look at that, 7 damage, not very effective, and we're gonna go in with a nice Gust, because Pidgeotto level 16 does have Gust. Oh man, that's like exactly half. Oh, he went for the Sleep Powder. Dang, I don't have any kind of antidotes. That's not great. Or antidotes, awakenings. Awakenings are the things that you use to revive from sleeping, and I don't have any of them. Also, yeah, by the way, I grabbed a star piece in Mount Moon. There was that ladder down at the beginning of the in the very first room. There's a ladder that I didn't go down. You go down a couple more ladders after that. There's a star piece at the end of the tunnel. There's also a Team Rocket member that I did not fight because Team Rocket does actually not leave Mount Moon, which I did not think was the case back when we were going through it. I thought that they would leave Mount Moon after you finished everything, after you got the whichever fossil and you beat that super nerd, but that wasn't the case, which is okay by me because I still gotta fight that guy. Didn't miss out on any experience. Yo, James Bond, Pidgeotto. Nah, way to go. Alright, who do we have next? He sent out Abra. Abra level 16. This is a Pokemon we have not seen yet. Now, I actually don't know if his Abra only has Teleport. I bet it only has Teleport. And if it only has Teleport, that's ridiculous, Gary. We got a crit. Cool. I'll take it. I'll take the crit all day. Abra's an interesting Pokemon. It's actually a really, really good Pokemon when it's not an Abra. As an Abra, it doesn't really have a lot of choices for moves to level up. As you see, I'm pretty sure his only had Teleport. But there are other reasons why you should have Abra, because later on it becomes one of the best Pokemon in the game. We'll actually be encountering Abra pretty soon. and we'll talk more about that when we get to that point. But for now, we're about to finish off his Rattata with James Pond, level 24, and a crit! That wasn't even necessary! Man, all these pointless crits on Gary's last Pokemon, right? Yeah, didn't that happen last time we fought him? Hey, take it easy! You won already! Dallas got 288 Pokédollars for winning. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC too. Oh, so he's the someone. Since you're using his system, you should go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. Smell you later. Gary, thinking about being appreciative and thanking him? Oh, you're coming back? Oh yeah, right. I feel sorry for you. No, really, you're always plotting behind me. Wow. Okay. So here, I'll give you a little present as a favor. Obtain the Fame Checker! This is a Generation 3 only kind of thing. A chatty gossip like you, that thing's perfect! What do you mean a chatty gossip like me? I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. Alright, this time I really am gone. Smell ya! Okay, whatever you say, Gary. Alright, let's go check out this Fame Checker. It is right here. A device that enables you to recall what you've heard and seen about famous people. Let's use it. Oak? Daisy? Brock? Ah, so there are 6 people that can talk about all these famous people. Just NPCs all over the place. So we can talk and we'd be like, yo, what did the boy on Route 4 say about Brock? Brock is cool, he's not just tough, people like and respect him. I want to become a gym leader like him. Oh hey, actually you guys didn't see this guy in Mount Moon. That one guy that I thought was not a trainer because he was looking at a rock, it turns out he wasn't a trainer. Hi, I was excavating for fossils here under Mount Moon. Sometimes Brock Computer Gym lends me a hand. Oh, I pressed back. Was I supposed to press back? Did that finish? I don't know. Yep, okay, that was finished. And I guess Brock has to say something about himself. Favorite kind of Pokemon? My rock hard willpower is evident, even in my Pokemon. Yeah, it is. I don't want to hear about your rock hard Pokemon though. That could be a little awkward. However, I think that is everything we are going to do in this episode of Pokemon Fire Red. In the next episode, we will be heading out to this route up here. Actually, there is a bridge right here that we'll be heading out to, and then maybe possibly coming to the gym. I don't know. It might be 2 episodes before we get there, but we did a lot of stuff in this episode. We got to Cerulean City. We checked out all of Cerulean City, and we handed it to Gary another time. We are a bit over-leveled, which I understand might be a little frustrating as a viewer, but don't worry, that won't last for very long. Right now it's only like that because we have the one Pokemon. I've said this before and I'll say it probably at least one more time. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please click that like button. Remember, you can always click subscribe if you want to stay updated on this series and other stuff coming out from me. I hope I will see you in the next episode. We will head out up towards the north, hopefully going to Bill, because that's where Gary said Bill was chillin', not chicken. Chillin', we're gonna go check him out. And I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.